Hello rap children! When you look up to some artists for a long time, you notice the thing that brings them to their highest point. Kendrick Lamar did a grand magnum opus about the destiny of the black people in America. Tyler, the creator, accepted his true nature and revealed his melodic side to the world. And JID completed his transformation into a drum machine.
Niggas don't know me, but I'm gonna show these niggas, I'ma show these niggas when the police kicking in the door and daddy out the door.
No one, I repeat, no one among young artists could be the embodiment of the word flow like JID. I'm not even talking about the technique itself, but how he makes songs feel smooth and lively. When Kendrick goes deep into storytelling and introspection, J. Cole is helping kids on what drugs to choose.
Choose wisely.
JID goes all in, putting it all on his skill. I could get killed for this opinion, but I'm already in Ukraine. We listen to JID because of his skill, not his story or his punchlines. When 2018 XXL Freshman Freestyle appeared, it was hard not to notice JID.
Feed, fight, fold, farm, monster come, King Kong rumble, young man rumble, in the jungle, trees tumble, bees bumble, we crumble, yeah.
Unlike most of his colleagues, he pronounced words clearly.
Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Poppy, sorry.
And didn't add ad-libs after every word.
Smoking gas on the jet. Ooh, I love the flex. Ooh,
of course, JID's lyrics were full of references and the story how he saw a crime life in Atlanta and escaped it, but be honest, before you decode that, the first thing you notice are his wild skills, drum-like flow and his organic charisma. However, some of y'all started overacting, and here they are. The Kendrick comparisons. High-pitched voice and wild skills made people confuse the two of them. It always amazed me because the beat selection, concepts and themes are way different. If you take JID's top hits, their success is obvious.
Infinite rhymes, give me the baton, it's ticking time bomb, taking the finish line. Itty bitty bitch, niggas in the city with it, pull up with a stick, dirty with a dick. See you in a minute, nigga, put you in cement. Anybody get a nigga, anybody get.
We just love the beat getting murdered. Seriously, it's not that deep. Phonetic consonant rhymes and a steady beat turn listening to the track into a mesmerizing show where the listener is watching some deadly stunt. And it's all happening at such a wild speed that you don't have time to figure out what's going on and decode those bars. It seems like JID initially put the right amount of meaning in there so he wouldn't mess the rhythm. Because for a few years, the talented and skilled Denzel Curry released a concept album with different substyles, moods and concepts, and then released a personal project in another style. The talented and skilled Joey Badass released a powerful social and political statement and went back to the old school boom bap, analyzing his 10-year way. Here's talented and skilled JID.
Get my girl angry and pissed and get that pussy kiss. She said it's cold inside that water, made her nipples hard. Hand on my dick and my hand on my gun. One is for shooting and one is for fun.
Nah, that's rich, but JID really didn't pull off any discoveries. His first album was about family and poverty. DiCaprio 2 was a collection of braggadocious verses, and his new project became a continuation of the first one, and it took us back to the 7 brothers and sisters story. What I want to say is that JID isn't trying to feed that hip-hop savior label he has been given. Yes, he aspires to be the best in terms of skill,
but he is not your savior.
Sometimes I wonder, is JID conscious rapper at all? Because we obviously love him mostly for his skill, and with his rhythmic flow he often resembles a drum. He can even add some childish counting rhymes. Sometimes I even think that we would love JID if he said complete nonsense. So maybe he is the first mainstream scat rapper. Okay, we got it. Skill is the main thing. But is it bad? Hell nah. JID has great entertaining projects, and I'm getting extremely excited whenever I see his name on a track, because I know he's gonna hit that beat non-stop. That's the thing he does best. He literally got his name because of his restlessness, and he raps the way he played soccer. In this sense, the Forever Story is his most spectacular match. Radar is the running with obstacles. First, JID jumps on a beat when there is only drums and bass, and all the attention is given to him.
I got this shit you would light with a lighter. Fuck a lighter, I could light on the stove. Dark at night, I drop a log in the fire. Wander in the woods out in the cold.
Then there is beat switch with exciting play with syllables and the moment that crackles me up. The beat changes right the moment JID is rapping.
Nighttime vampires, a nigga slay a nigga. Slide like landslides and you can take they side. I'm a K9 straight in the pack. Looking for JID, he's straight in the back.
Dance Now allows JID to reveal his amazing charisma. You just can't get away from this track because the flow is so smooth.
I'm not a two-stepping man. I said I do not dance.
I don't think there's madman who would argue that Crack Sandwich should be studied. I mean, the beat, the transitions, and the fact that JID keeps your attention for 5 minutes straight describing his family tree.
I do it for Royal and Roslyn, Rachel and Carl, Izzy, Precious, Destin, strong 7 kids, different blessings.
But what was done on Can Punk Me is a real drum duel.
Pistol point, rib showing, get the point, try disciplining niggas disappointed, I participated, could have been avoided.
JID resembles response to drum beat, a crazy K Tronado beat. He does it very nonchalantly and then explodes on the chorus.
Pull out the punk, can't pump me, bitch. Pull out the punk, can't pump me, hoe. Pull out the punk, can't pump me, bitch. Pull out the punk, little pump, bitch.
Obviously, it wasn't enough for JID and he decided to improve his vocal skills.
And as I lay myself to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
The touching Cody Blue 31 made him an obvious Grammy contender. So skill is the most important for JID, or no? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like, subscribe and pray for Rappostle.